Right, some more mailbag video. I've got several items here, so I need to go through them. Now, thanks to the new patrons that signed up recently. I've got a couple more patrons, so now I've got three patrons. So that's great. Thank you very much for your support. If anybody else is interested in helping support the channel, help me to buy things like this, then please look at the description below and open up, and there's a link in there to Patreon. You can support me that, or give me $1 a month or whatever. And one of the patrons I've got actually been quite generous, give me $10 a month, which is awesome, which means it helps me to buy things. So yeah, any support would be great, much appreciated. So let's get on with this. Okay, first item, let's have a look. It's in there somewhere. There we go. Oh yes, this is a little present for my wife. She likes dragons, and like a dragon necklace thing, but you can't see very well because there's stickers in the way. I can't peel it off either. That's typical. Anyway, it's like a dragon necklace thing that you can maybe kind of see. There you go. Anyway, I thought she might like it. Shh, don't tell her. Right, next thing. Sounds interesting. Oh dear, I'll come back when I've got it open. Okay, right, just about in. Come on. Right. So it's a packet of trimmers. Little selection, different values. So 100 ohms up to 1 mega ohm trimmers. Now, the reason I purchased these is because I'm actually very low on them. I haven't bought them for a while, and I'm almost out. There's been a couple of times I haven't had the right value, so I bought a few different ones recently. So these are just these little standard preset types, through hole, obviously. I can get one out. No, standard little, nothing particularly exciting there. But it's a nice little assortment pack, so that's great because I can stick it on amongst all my parts, and it's just definitely got them in. Let's put them, might actually free up some parts drawers too. And I've got a power cut. Yay! Okay, power cut's over. Got a coffee. Next thing. As you can see, I've ripped the labels off, so it's all practically open anyway. But anyway, RS. So is it capacitors? Let's give it this. It's in there somewhere. It is capacitors. What are they? Obviously axial. I can't read them from this side. Markers on the other side, I think. Can't quite see it. Anyway, I'll figure it out. I'm sure you don't want to see that. Next thing. Again, I'm stocking up on capacitors and stuff recently. And my wife just got home. Hold on a second. So here's some other ones. Same deal, the assortment pack. Shame it doesn't say what the values are in here, but anyway, it's not hard to figure it out. So these ones are different style, vertical type, multi-turn. Next thing. All come at once, haven't they? And more. These are obviously multi-turn precision type. Yeah, this type. So amount of times I've actually worked on things and wished I had one of these and not had one. So I finally remembered to actually get some. So these are 104s, what's that, 10k is it? I don't bloody remember. Whatever it is, anyway. So we got there. They're the same. It's 103, 104, 102, 204, 504, 105, 503, 202 and 502. So a bit of a selection there. So at least I've got some kind of stock of them, so it gives me a chance of actually fixing something in the future. Next thing. Right. Okay. So the funny thing with this is I don't remember buying these. So it's a kit set for a 5343A, apparently. Okay. So risers, they'll be handy for something, but I don't remember buying them. That's interesting. That's interesting. I'm gonna have to go and look at that. Anyway, and next thing. This is the biggest one, and I've got no idea what this is. I'll come back when I've got it open. Alright, so apparently it's LED. Okay. So I purchased this for my bench here. Just want to try and improve the lighting some more. And basically what it is a big LED light. And get it in a packet. So yeah, there's a big LED strip in there. The idea is this: it's a nice angled bracket and articulated, so you can move it where you want. And I can put this on my bench and hopefully give me some better targeted lighting, like when I'm trying to get close to the camera. See, I've gone in shadow now because I'm above the lights. So things like that I want to fix. And it actually runs off of USB, which makes it a little bit interesting. What else is there? A USB adapter, which is supposed to be, feels awfully empty, not much in that. 5V 2A. That feels almost empty. I wonder if I can get it open and have a look. Without destroying it. I don't think so. Doesn't feel like there's much in it. Feels springy. I think it's probably a capacitor floating around on a circuit board. Anyway, what's in here? Little desk clip, or clamp thing, so you can clamp onto a shelf or leave a desk or something to actually mount the bottom piece there. That will drop into here. So it actually feels quite decent, that part. It's a nice metal construction. That's quite nice. It's not plastic, it's metal. Cast metal. That's quite nice actually. Might be one of the best parts of it. Certainly better than this. Anyway, cool. Which is good because I've got other things like my microphone mount, for example, has the same kind of thing. I'm currently reorganising my bench here a little bit and trying to tidy up and get things a bit better, which is why I purchased this. So anyway, that's enough waffling. That's the mailbag for now. Catch you later. Remember to subscribe and nice sort of stuff. So I thought I'd just show you this light. I've got it plugged into its own original power supply. I've got my monitoring on it, and it's drawing 1 amp. That's on high brightness. It's got 3 brightness settings. It's got like a little touch sensitive thing here. It's not actually got a button that's touch sensitive. So it starts with off. So you've got low, medium, high. I mean, it's okay. It's not super bright, but it's you know, if I've got it next to the phone like this, you know, it gives you that lighting which I'd normally not have. It just normally just disappears. My bench lighting is currently turned off. If I turn the bench lighting on, then I've got that. I actually really need to redo the whole lighting system on here, but normally I'll come up and the shadow, you know, about here, you know, gets it. Alright. Now I've got this light. I could move this here, and that solves that problem, or maybe that side instead, you know. That might be better actually, that side. So yeah, it gives me some options, at least gives me better lighting. Might be handy. Right, so I've got some more mailbag video, and a couple more items arrived. This is obviously from UT Source, so I have no idea what it is, but I don't actually remember exactly what it is. How do I get into this thing? There, I think. Maybe it's not there. Oh, it could be. Here it is there. There we go. Check out the envelope, which I think is just the invoice. Yes, it is. You don't need to see that. I'll just read it actually, see what arrives, because I don't remember exactly what it is. Oh yeah, okay, put a range of items. I suppose I can show you that. So these are the items I purchased. UA 710s, which are these ones here. That package type op amps, those metal cases. These are all for the Fluke 5200 meter I'm repairing. LM308H, this one here, which is a third party supplier, not UT Source directly, but again, metal package. Interesting packaging actually, but I'll show you that in a minute. Basically, I purchased anything I thought I might need. I just bought a bunch of stuff. What are these? LM318H, again, metal package again. And LM301H, oh AH, this one here, again metal package, because I haven't got anything like this, so I've had to buy a bunch. Anything I might possibly need to repair the Fluke, I thought I'll just get them now. And MC1723CG, again metal package. So these are all for the Fluke. So I'm looking forward to actually be able to get back into that calibrator and try and finish that repair. I know there are some parts which are blown, which I need some of these for. So, you know, I know there's a couple of off amps in there, which although they don't seem to actually drive anything, they're getting hot. I think, well, that's not right. So I just want to replace them. There's at least 2 of them. Anyway, let's move on to this. I think I know what this is too. I might have got a bit carried away buying things the other day, and as you would have seen in the earlier part of the video, I bought a new disc map, and I might have bought more than one because I wasn't quite sure what was going to work, what was going to fit, how suitable they were, that kind of thing. So I'm already using that new one, which I did in the first part of the mailbag video. That's here running right now. You can see that normally my light stops here. You might be able to see the white balance change. It's yellowish and whitish there. That's the new lamp running. So this one looks remarkably similar to the other one. So it's got a rather interesting depth adapter. Yeah, that one. It's in here. Clamp just the same as the one I've just got, except it's got a different screw on the back. The other one's, the actual bracket part looks the same, but it's got a different screw on the back of it. The other one had a big black knob on the back instead of a little white screw. It's okay. Let's see what the power supply looks like. There you go, it's a proper power supply, it's a little USB thing. 12 volt, 1.2 amps. So I actually prefer this, although it's got a bloody... I have to use a depth adapter with it. I have to use one of my existing depth adapters, this one here. Yeah. Anyway, depth adapter comes from Big Clive. I'm sure you're probably familiar with them. And what else we got in here? We got another kind of mount. This one, so you've got a different kind of clamp mount, which is quite interesting. Nice universal one, you can spin it around and it's quite convenient, I suppose. That's quite changeable, I quite like that. How strong it is, I don't know, it looks reasonable strong. That's quite nice plastic. I think that is ABS, or could it be acetal? That's not going to be PVC, definitely not. I don't know, I'm suspicious. I think it might be acetal. Anyway, like it matters that much. So yes, that looks interesting. Nice little mount. Very configurable. And lamp itself. So
thank you, darling.
This is my wife thanking me for the dragon thing, which I showed you in the first bit. Anyway. Right. We've got a cable tie around there, stop it moving. Just get rid of that. I see, I've got to hook those springs on yet, that's okay. I'll do that in a minute. This is a different style to the other one. Put some plastic over there. Get rid of that. If I can get rid of that. So see if this one's any brighter. And the advantage of this one is this swivels this way. The other one I purchased is fixed, it doesn't swivel in that direction, so you can turn this one right around. So that's just to swing on just like the other one is. Okay, and I'm falling bits of wheel. I'll come back in a second. Right, so what I've done now is I've got both lamps set up. I've got the one which I did in the first part of the video and the one which I just received. I've got them both set up with power going to them, not turned on. I've turned all my other bench lighting off and I've got my lux meter out here. So I'm just going to see how they compare to each other. Now, we'll see how much lighting I'm getting. So this is first lamp. That's on low, medium, and high. Try and get it so you can't get reflection on there too, it'd be helpful. Stick something on it. Okay. So it's about 350 on high. Now the second lamp, it doesn't swivel quite as well, so it's a little bit awkward, but it's about the same placement. So it's low, that's medium, and that's high. So if I spin it, it's because it's got that pivoting part there. So it's very similar. It's not in exactly the same place the other lamp, so let's move it where the other one was. So the output is almost identical really, but the light is a bit yellower, the other one's a bit whiter. So I'll put them both on. So yeah, just in case anyone wanted to see what they actually did. I mean, I don't know which one looks better on screen. Let's turn that back off. Again, this one's touch sensitive, so it's got you have to hold it, and it's got a little touch sensor on the top, which I shall try and show you. It's just here, down there. So that attach it, it's not actually off. You have to hold it and it's off. So anyway, it's not a bad little light, I suppose. But they both got similar output. Out of the two, I think I prefer the first one because the head swivels not just up and down, but also swivels sideways on a pivot point, whereas the second one doesn't do that. But the second one will swivel this way. So both, pros and cons, I suppose. The first one's got more metal in it. The second one's all plastic, but the metal on the first one's quite thin, so it does tend to flex a little bit. So much of muchness, I suppose. So let's just have a look at the actual light quality. It's a bit hard to tell, I suppose, on camera as well. But so let's go to high. So yeah, I mean that's not bad. Let's get some paper. No, there you go, piece of paper. I don't know, is it white? Is it yellow? Hard to say. Let's turn this off. Do the other one. Get it the same place. So this one looks like it's got more subdued light, I suppose. It doesn't seem as fierce, but I don't know, it's interesting. I think this is whiter than this one. Yeah, this one's definitely yellower. That's probably why, but anyway. I mean, they're okay. Bit hard to really tell, it's a bit subjective really. I mean, this one's more of a spot, I think. This is more of a central, if I turn the light off again. This one's more of a location. I can see it's got like a area where it's working. More directed. Whereas the first one is probably a broader light. It's covering a much wider area, so it's a bit softer in that way because it's not like a harder spot area effect. So yeah, I suppose if you're doing like a large area for work, then a broad area, then this one's probably better. I think I prefer the light from that one actually. Because this one's more focused, so this is basically just lining up the area on the bench where the camera is. I mean, it is basically just 6 inches each side of the screen where you can see is where the light starts fading off, whereas the other one's broader. But this one does seem more intense to my eyes anyway. It's more like a spotlight. The other one's more like a floodlight, I suppose, is the best comparison. So anyway, that's enough waffling. It's not bad, it works okay. Just low. I just started encoding this video and I just realised something with this lamp. I didn't actually look at the instructions for it, and I was just playing around with it and I noticed it's doing something interesting. Now, when I said about it being a bit of a yellow light, yeah, that's kind of true, also not. Because I thought, that's strange, it's not yellow now. And what it is, it's got adjustable tonal qualities. So it's actually got, I'll get this a bit closer. In fact, I'll turn the light on. It's got 3 brightness levels, which I had already identified, but it's got 3 brightness levels for 3 tonal colours. So each time you tap it, it steps through each one of these, and the final one turns it off. If you could also just turn it on and off, and it remembers the last setting as well, which is quite cool. Right? So I'll go right through, go to the end, and start beginning. So that's currently off. So the first one is low brightness on white light, and yep, sure enough, that's pretty white light. Then medium brightness and full brightness. That is very white. Okay, that's pure white light. And then the next time it's slightly yellow. No, that's coming up on camera, but slightly yellow, and then it goes very yellow, or warm white, right? So, and then it's off. So it steps for each one of those. So you can actually adjust that tone quality you want, so which is a really nice feature. I just wish I'd noticed that before before I started encoding the video. So I've actually recorded this. I'm going to go back and slot this piece in and do it again. But it's not a big deal. All right, but I sort of point it out. That's the first time I come across a light which has actually got that kind of feature in it. Usually just warm or cold light or whatever, you know. But anyway, so it's pretty cool. So actually, I like this light a little bit more now. So that's actually really nicely thought out. And if you just hold it down and turn it off, and then turn it back on again, it comes back on the last used setting instead of having to step through them all. So you know, that is really nice attention to detail, which is surprising. Anyway, I sort of mention that, and I shall carry on now. Do something else. Catch you later. Have a good one.